Hello everyone and welcome back guys to more sim racing system. Today we're here in the BMW 235i racing series. A really fun little sort of sprint series style, you know, they run consistently throughout the day as well as some Praga R1, so I definitely want to have going as well here. But yeah, this is the BMW 235i, an absolutely brilliant car to drive on this game. You know, it's not particularly slow, but it's also not particularly fast, which sort of makes it fun. Traction control, ABS, everything like that, so you can basically mash it around the circuit, which is really enjoyable as well. But yeah, basically at the moment I'm trying to get my SRS rating up a lot more. You know, I really do need to try and get it up to, you know, sort of at least sort of the 500 range so that I can compete in absolutely everything. But obviously, where I've still got a very low rating at the moment, I'm getting put in like the third split lobbies and everything like that, which is a little bit frustrating on the whole, but obviously not too much to worry about, because it usually therefore means that I'm, you know, right at the very top of the, you know, like inside the top 3 or 4, depending on obviously how many people do show up. But yeah, I'm really enjoying sim racing systems so far. Obviously, for those of you that saw, I made a video a couple of days back doing the GT3 Asia series. I'm also planning on doing the GT3 European series, as well as, you know, like the BMWs, the Pragas, as well as some race room as well over on here as well. You know, so many cool series that, you know, I'm really, you know, wanting to try and get into, which is obviously really enjoyable. You know, I'm really getting into Assetto Corsa at the moment, you know, so I'm, you know, looking forward to what is to come. Obviously a little bit of a dry spell now with GT Sport, where I've got no ILR. I might try and find some different leagues on there, you know, sort of balance out, as well as obviously I've still got F1 going on a lot as well, so I also probably should focus on a bit more as well here. But yeah, we're currently on my fastest lap then of qualifying. You know, overall it felt like a decent lap. You'll obviously get to see where I qualify in the end. They can see just the guy in front of me there makes a big mistake. I was a bit worried that he was going to hold me up on this lap, but fortunately that problem seemed to sort itself out, which is really ideal. But yeah, in terms of as well, you know, as I said, I'm looking to do more and more series on this game. You know, there's on Race Room, there's things like WTCR that I'm looking into, DTM that I want to do. There's also one other series further down the order that I forgot to have a look at. There's also a Formula 3 series that I'm doing as well, the Daniel Giacadella series, and then I'm also tempted to do a couple more sort of here and there. So expect a fair bit of Assetto Corsa content on the channel. It's not quite competition only just yet here. Through the final couple of corners then of this lap, overall it did feel okay on the whole as we come in through the final corner. What time is it gonna be? I think we're currently on a provisional P2 on the grid. We're going to improve by a fair bit here, down over the line, and it's only going to be P2 though, still at 1 minute 13.7. So overall a fairly okay circuit, considering I didn't do any practice for this race and I sort of just jumped straight in. And you know, it's enjoyable, like I said. But yeah, unfortunately, where we finished in overtime, we couldn't actually have a look at what the top guy did. I imagine it was probably a low 13, although as you'll see by race pace, he was very quick there, Marco. Yeah, in that, well, obviously everyone's in the BMW, it's a complete spec series here. But yeah, we do have a 20-minute race ahead of us here. That's roughly going to be 9 or 10 laps. I put 10 laps in just to be safe, obviously, because it is about a 2.25 minute race. So 9 minutes takes 4 laps, so 18 minutes you can do 8. And then obviously you potentially, if you're a bit quicker, you could potentially just get onto lap 10 with a matter of seconds to go, but it would basically take a perfect race on the whole. But not worth the risk in my book. We may as well go with the 1 lap of extra fuel here. But yeah, here we are then on the grid, ready for my very first race in the BMW 235i. Looking forward to this one, you know, spec racing, everything like that. I'm pretty certain it's fixed setup as well, which obviously means that it should be even closer. But on the grid then, ready, we have got the lights coming on now. What is it going to be like for the start? It's 6 red lights, and it's finally lights out, and away we go, and someone has definitely jumped the start there. Not too sure who that is, but yeah, he's jumped the start there, and that's going to leave him with a drive-through penalty there, so not the ideal way to start his race there. But yeah, not ideal for the rest of us now, because he was much further down the order, and that unfortunately means that we're now going to have to try and carve our way back past him. Marcos goes very defensive in towards turn 1 there, as you'd expect. T1 at the Nurburgring can be quite chaotic there, but I think most people have kept it fairly clean on the whole. Having a look in the rearview mirror, it did seem like it was fairly clean overall between most people in this race. And obviously as we now come down in towards the horrible first sector, I absolutely hate this little sector of corners. It just really is an enjoyable personal opinion there. But yeah, out on towards this sort of mini back straight here. I think that's, well, the guy that jumped the start here is going to be able to not get a particularly good run on the exit of the corner there. So Marcos is going to be able to get back down the inside there, but unfortunately we can't follow him through here, which is absolutely critical. We need to try and get past this guy as quickly as possible, because Marcos going to just try to absolutely run away here. Out in towards the hairpin here. Are we going to be able to get a particularly good run? No, unfortunately we don't. We're going to try and look to the inside, though. He does tend to break it a little bit earlier than at myself, so we do send it down the inside, give ourselves a little bit of engine damage there, but nothing is going to cost me all too much. They get pinned out over the grass, though, so cannot make it work there, and unfortunately we'll have to slot in just behind there. And just look at this, it's already the Marcos a brilliant chance to run away here in the opening few corners of this race. He doesn't get a particularly good run, though, through the Schumacher Assetto. We have to let off the throttle ever so slightly, but we do get a good run on the exit now. And we're now going to be able to have a look to the outside in towards this next chicane. He does break a lot later than myself, but does give himself a good run. Almost contact. That got very, very close between the powers there, but he does bail out in towards this next corner there. We're able to go right around the outside, and then we're back up into P2 of this race, but Marcos has already been able to make himself almost a 2-second gap there, so not ideal for myself. We've really got to try and pump in the lap times over these next few to try and close back up as well here, which is obviously absolutely critical there. Brake just at the 100 meter board. I think the guy behind did potentially think about having a look up the inside, but you know, I was a lot later on the brakes, so a lot more committed there. And now as we move on to, we've just got over 5 minutes into this race. We're about lap 3, lap 4 of this race so far. You see on the mini map, myself and Marcos just running away from everyone else at this stage of the day. You know, we really just had, I think in qualifying, we were about, well, I personally was about a second quicker than everyone else, sort of behind. No idea, as I said, what time Marcos had run. So unfortunately, you know, we don't quite have that information as well there. But we were slowly but surely closing up the gap to Marcos here, and he was starting to make a few more mistakes here and then, just running a little bit wide through the Schumacher. You know, I was starting to apply a bit of pressure to him, see if he would make, you know, any sort of small mistakes here or there. But obviously, he did still have good, consistent pace. It was a little bit tough to try and get up into a window where we can really try and, you know, punish him for any sort of errors here. So we now come out onto the back straight here. We are getting fairly decent runs, so the gap is back down there to about 1.4, 1.3 seconds at this stage. So we were certainly closing up that gap ever so slightly here, but it was just a case of whether it would be enough and also who would make the mistake. Brake now down in towards the chicane once more at the 100 meter board there, and Marcos on the way out there has completely dropped it on the exit, so we didn't really have to force too much of an error there whatsoever. That is going to move us up into the race lead, and that's absolutely fantastic. Exactly what I wanted from this race. We're now up into the lead of the BMW 235i race here at the Nurburgring, and now it's just a case of trying to hold on to this race lead. There are 2 minute 13.1 laps so far, so really going to show that we did have a lot more pace than we showed in qualifying here. But yeah, over these next few laps though, Marcos is probably going to, you know, push like absolute crazy here, and we just don't need to take those risks. You know, we've already got a good sort of 7-second gap. The delta can be a little bit funny. It seems to like to think you're a lot further ahead in some places than you really are. But yeah, as I said, Marcos would spend most of the race trying to close back up the margin to myself there. Would it be too little, too late for him? We would be able to hold on for the race victory here, and this was absolutely crucial for myself there. Hopefully, our very first win in the BMW 235, doing a little bit of weaving for celebration as well here. But yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this racer as we come through the final chicane there. Yeah, really, that was very good fun. As I said at the start, you know, this BMW has ABS and traction control, so it basically just means you can just mash it absolutely everywhere, which is sort of fun, you know, a little bit something different to try and drive on this sim as well. But out of the final corner, as I said, it would be the race victory in round 1 of the BMW 235i series in my split there, so I would certainly take that overall as well. Marcos, in all fairness to him, he could have been very salty after the race, but you know, he ran a good race still. He did say congrats to me in the end, and you know, we did have a little bit of discussion after the race there as well. But yeah, that race was certainly very enjoyable there in the BMW. You know, a little bit different. I sort of quite like the, you know, the range. They've basically got 2 sort of races on this sim. You know, we've got 10-minute qualifying, then 20-minute races, or 20-minute qualifying and hour-long races. So it's sort of nice to find that balance between the pair of them. As I said, you know, there's expected to be a lot more Assetto Corsa sim racing system content on the channel over the next few weeks. You know, I'm really enjoying this, and as I said, so many cool different races they've got going on this game at the moment. TCR on Race Room, Praga R1s, I need to have a go in those. BMW, as I said, the GT3 Asia, the GT3 Europe. They got Porsche Cup races as well once a week, and just so much cool stuff on the sim racing system at the moment across Race Room and Assetto. So as I said, hopefully I'll try and get involved in more of this. But thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new around here as well, and you do want to come check out more content from this channel. But that has been it from me for this video as well. Yeah, as I said, a lot more race and sim racing content overall. But I will see you guys next time for a brand new video.